Good evening, everyone. Oh, come on. This is July 3rd. This is a time that's very important in our history, and we have a wonderful evening planned for you. So let's start this all over again like I was never here. Good evening, everyone. Okay, because if we're going to have a great time, we need great participation. The East Long Meadow Rotary Club, our summer concert series, we don't expect you just to sit there and enjoy yourself. We want you to be a part of it. By you giving to the group can give back to you. The more that exchanges back and forth, a little secret, the better the performance, and you know we're going to have a great night tonight. So participate early and often, and we will have a dynamite evening. Okay, now that we got those instructions underway, in anticipation of July 4th, 1776, I heard some people weren't too good on history, so I'll give you a brief one. The Second Continental Congress unanimously adopted the Declaration of Independence, announcing the colony's separation from Great Britain. The Constitution provides the legal and governmental framework for the United States. However, the Declaration, with its eloquent assertion, all men are created equal, is equally beloved by the American people. Now that's a good start out for July 4th, is that not? Okay, I even roped a dear friend of ours, and he's a veteran, and I said, well, you're used to not volunteering when you're in the service, so I said, I'm going to automatically volunteer you to hold the flag, and he's very gracious. In the preparation of doing all the changes to our band shell, somehow we misplaced the bass, but we got it far better for you people. We got you a real live veteran, and his son is still serving our country proudly. So this is Tom Gorski, a dear friend of the family for over 45 years. Thank you, Tom. Nothing like putting somebody on the spot, huh? He's such a nice guy, he couldn't say no, so I like that. All right, so would all of you who are able, please rise so that we can welcome Chaplain Russell Ronnell from the American Legion, Post 293 of East Long Meadow, who will lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance. Chaplain?
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Please join me in the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Everyone have a great time.
Thank you, Chaplain. Okay, we have a couple of different things that are going to take place. And tonight, we have some veterans' flags to hand out. These are very special flags, and they're to be treated with reverence. They are given to us from a veteran who has watched over all the flags that they have been put onto the gravestones so that they could go through and give honor to all of our deceased veterans. This man is very dear, he's very humble, and we send our thanks and appreciation out to him. He likes to travel incognito, but I get a couple extra hugs and kisses out of him because he's a dynamite guy. And he is related, happens to be the father, I didn't say I wouldn't give you clues, happens to be the father of a very prominent Rotarian and banker in the community. We can probably go a little further later on. All right, so these flags, he has taken them, each and every one of them, has washed them all in bleach, lovingly gone over, soaking them several times right there. So they have the honor, each and every one of these flags, of being flown over a veteran's grave. So we will give them out. If you have gotten them in the past, please give people who haven't had a chance to get them, but we need to have them treated respectfully. I don't expect to see anyone receiving a flag, laying it down on the ground, treating it disrespectfully. Please know that it's to be honored, and if you can do that, then fine, we would be glad to give you. Some of our Rotarian friends will come up and help us, and we will hand them out. Some will walk in between, so you don't have to come running up. We'll try to spread it out so some of the people further back will still have a chance. And now I'd like to bring Cy Becker on board because we have a special gift for our veterans only, and it is specifically veterans. Okay, and from American Legion Post 293 Auxiliary, I'd like to have Betty, Russell Ronell's beloved wife, right here, and she has a special gift, and Cy is going to tell you what it's all about.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. This is truly an event scheduled for the 4th of July. I don't think there's a better evening to deliver these. Tell us what these are.
These are stars made out of old flags that aren't any good anymore. Some people just throw them out. But at the Legion, we take them out of the box, and that the stars are good. And we had to get permission to do this. We cut the stars out and then put them in an envelope with the story on the back.
And there are some words, very appropriate words, that go with these stars. If the stars could speak to you, this is what they would say. I am part of our great American flag that has flown over a home in the USA. I can no longer fly. The sun and the wind have caused me to be tattered and torn. Please carry me as a reminder that the flag is never forgotten. And those fortunate few, how can the folks receive one of these stars?
The veterans would either, if they can't stand up, just raise your hand or stand up, and just the veterans will be getting these right away. And I do want to thank the Rotary and Sue Grimaldi for giving us the chance to pass these out to the veterans, because it is our honor to do that. And let's say, hooray for the veterans.
Always the veterans, first and always.
Okay, and Tom's going to be our first recipient. There has to be something when you volunteer that you get something extra special right there. And we have one for Steve, too.
Tom, thank you for being here. Members of the American Legion Post 293, we thank you, and we will see you again, and thank you for being here. Gentlemen, you are dismissed.